BCP? You down with BCP? The following content is intended for a mature audience. Only viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Yeah. To the tune of OPP, minority by nature. No time for idle chitter chat and petty iterations. Teaming to me exponentially like I'm Barack's inauguration. Erratic calculations? Nah, I runs the infinite. Only way I slow me down is with some calcing by a limit. They might no longer show the work, the answer self-evident. Some truth should be proclaimed in the Declaration of Independence. Things not instantaneous could be approximated by adding up our changes till everything integrated. Word to my partners in calculus. Yo, you down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. Integral, grind exponential. You down with BCP? That's the way we rotate radiannually. You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP? You down with BCP? That's the way we do things limitlessly. Yeah, you down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Let's blow. Switch the flow. Shift the tempo. You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP? You down with BCP? That's the way we do things limitlessly. Yeah, you down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Let's blow. Switch the flow. Shift the tempo.
I see no evil. I hear no evil. I speak no evil.
That's exactly why you love my dancing. I know it. You can't see it, you can't speak it, you can't feel it.
Oh, you're right. I cannot.
That's why it's not evil. That's why this dancing is the opposite of evil.
I can't feel it, brother. I can't feel it. I can't feel it.
You know what that is?
Can't.
That's the dance of a team that surpassed their expectations this season, my friend. That's the dance of a team that exceeded their expectations. And you know what? By all accounts, could have gone a hell of a lot further and won the Super Bowl and become the Chiefs rather than the possibility of becoming the Bills.
Can I tell you something?
No.
Okay. I'm going to tell you anyway.
Okay, please do.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
Well said, my friend. Well said. You know, I always trust in your advice, and that was a good one. That was a really good piece of advice, my friend. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
You know, first off, it's great to have you on as a guest tonight on your own show. It's been great to.
Well, this ain't my show. This is your show. I'm just a squirrel.
This is your show, man. This is our show, and this is also your show.
I'm just a squirrel in your world.
Nope, you are not. You are a nut that makes the squirrel eat.
We better leave that one alone, bro. You're just a nut.
No, not even eat. You are a nut that makes a squirrel. That's what I meant to say. Mm-hmm.
I speak no evil.
You know, we need you to feed off of to make BCP better, man. We feed off of each other, my friend. It is great to see you again. I mean, to hear your voice, to see your handsome face, man, just love you and appreciate you, and great to see you again. That's all I have to say.
I appreciate that.
I think we got the trio back for a moment. Foster just popped in. Should we just have a moment of silence until he does, or
this camera stuff?
I don't want to waste too much comedic value without Foster.
Well, Foster is Foster.
He is. Do you want to get to our amazing chat right now, since we're waiting on him?
Cliff Victoria, one of our illustrious members.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
We have Romy, 1972.
What the watch, he says.
We have Steve Rogers, Captain America himself in the house. Antmus 3507. We have Shorty 74. We have Vitality in his rich vitality.
Wow, look at all 8 of you in here with us. Oh, Jack Me Off popped in for a second.
We have the famous Mr. Mayhem 67.
Wait, hold on. You know what, dude? Mr. Mayhem deserves his own intro, bro. Ready?
Mr.
Mayhem.
The one, the only.
Been here since day one, just like Cliff Victoria, who's now a member, and we appreciate you, Cliff, for being a member. It means a lot. Thank you, Mr. Mayhem, for being here since day one as well, man. You are the man. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you. My gosh, where the hell is Foster? Come on, let's. I don't want to get into the. There you are. Get your ass in here so we can get this. There we go. That's what I want to see.
He comes in with the cigarette in his mouth. He's like, "Yeah, I'm here."
I still got water beads all over my glasses from the shower, man.
Oh, you shower with your glasses on, huh?
So you guys didn't shave your beards, man? I mean, what's going on?
What do you mean?
I trimmed everything. It's so cold, PJ. I ain't getting rid of it yet.
I feel you.
It'll go a little shorter, but this thing's on until March, and then it's back to the horseshoe.
Quite.
Jack Mehoff says you were supposed to shave your beard, Mr. Shorty. I did. You know what? Look at this. It's are you kidding me? I kind of kept this because the razor that I used for this died, and I never got back to finishing it. But it wasn't supposed to be quite this long right here. But it was like down to this a week ago. My God!
All the stuff on the sides of your face is gone. So I mean, it's I kept all this because it's freaking cold out there, and tomorrow's like the coldest day of the year here in Chicago. It's the coldest day of the season tomorrow. It's going to be.
Hey, we're supposed to get freezing rain. It's going to shut down Atlanta and like literally have people on the roads for 24 hours, like scared.
You hear this? You hear this speech? Freezing rain.
Yeah.
The freezing rain would be kind of nice right about now, considering it's going to be like minus 20 tomorrow.
It snows down here. If it snows an inch down here, the school's shut down, my guys. I promise you, they do.
Well, our schools is shutting down tomorrow because it's supposed to be a windshield factor of 22 below.
Wow. You actually shut down for that?
Yeah, they want the kids standing out there waiting on the bus stop, waiting on the bus when that cold weather.
That makes sense.
Shut down. And you know what? I swear to God, dude, like in grammar school, we one day in 8 years going to the same school, one day, and it was the Monday after we got 24 inches of snow from Friday to Sunday in 1979. That was the only day we ever got off of grammar school, ever.
Oh yeah, it was different back then in pre Moses days. I didn't figure you guys got out of school at all.
Well, I was teaching for school, classroom 1. Right.
Shit, fuck Green Bay.
Forever. We got look, dudes. We got Chris Foster back in chat here. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Then he's saying Shorty trying to grow a beard, bro. Dude, go look at the last.
Yeah, Chris.
So drop this channel. You'll see the beard. It was a playoff beard. Now it's been trimmed.
Yeah,
You
were gonna say what, Foster?
I was gonna say, Chris, Shorty and I shaved it off the first Thursday of the season on air. We basically each touched it one time till the Bears lost the playoffs. So
get it out of our lips. Yes, this is the trimmed version of it. Like Foster was Santa Claus and I was ZZ Top.
I just took a scissors and pulled it out and cut it off. That's all I did. It was so easy. I just went, boop. Okay, for now this is fine.
What is up, Jay Grizz, man? Thank you for joining us tonight, man. Great to see you.
I just want to know though, man. I mean, what was that first classroom like there, Foster? I mean, were you guys like doing the hieroglyphics in your kindergarten class or what?
Dude, if you
Yeah,
didn't
was it
have
like
your
was it like
if you didn't have
hieroglyphic?
your chisel and your what did we make? I can't remember what the stone was. You had to,
Was it,
you know.
was it
That's,
cursive?
how do you think I invented carving in the school desk? Because that's what we had to do day one.
Ma'am, I mean, sir, what'd you say?
I wish I would have kept that picture.
I gotta ask Jay Grizz this. Jay Grizz, because I don't know. So I played a stupid game. I can't remember the name of it. I'm trying to get the name of it. Wings of Heroes. And I come across two names in the last week. And they're just coming after me and shooting me down. And the names are Jay Grizz something or Grizz something. And the other one is Iceberg Slim. Serious. Those two names. It's a dumb game, World War II planes, and you just, I'm like basically killing Nazis is what I like doing. So, shooting them down.
What's going on, Jay Grizz?
What's
Hair
up,
Bear.
Grizzly Bear?
Hair Bear in the house.
Wait a minute, Hair Bear, what's happening, man?
Hair Bear.
Yeah.
Hair Bear's like, I didn't even know this show was still on the air. I was like, damn, well, you must have not paid attention any longer because it's been here every fucking Thursday for the last 4 years.
He came in with a story already. What did he say? He said, Foster, must have been pretty tough when Eve was the only girl in school back then. Huh?
All right.
There weren't many options, man. There weren't many options.
you had to fight Adam for?
I took him out early, man.
Is that how the story
the Bible's
goes?
not quite right. I kind of got rid of him quick.
He's like, only reason why Adam got her is because he took a bite of the apple and you didn't.
Here we go. By the way, there we go. I found your high school yearbook picture.
All right. I told you guys. I told you I had longer hair.
Hair Bear, man.
Do I got breasts? Do I got breasts in that picture? I'm just curious.
Hopefully. No, yeah, you're hiding them.
He had to look. What's up, back, Adam?
AC Adam, man, good to see you, man. I want to say to you specifically, Hair Bear, man, it's great to see you again. We literally have each other's phone numbers, and he didn't know we were still doing a show. It's like
you don't know what you're talking about. You got to verify it.
Forget. We're meaningless.
Did you talk to him and he said that, or you just?
Oh yeah. I called him like a month ago, and he was just like, we were just talking. He didn't. Not about the show. And then like, he came out, like, you guys even saw it. I'm just kidding.
I'm just wondering though whether or not Carl actually joined the Chinese Communist Party.
He did.
I don't know who Carl is, but my name is Michael.
Yeah.
Let's sweat.
Well, Shorty, you could just call me Mike.
Michael Litzwit. I'm trying to figure. That's like a Mike Hunt. Yeah, is there a Mike Hunt there? Is that what that is? Michael Litzwit?
Well, stop calling me Michael. I say you could call me Mike.
Is that kind of like Sofa, the Sofa King of America? Sofa King, so fucking. I don't know. Is that a play on words?
I don't know, man.
Who cares? Sound like you just playing over there.
Yeah. Bring in.
Just so everyone can see my name on the screen again. My name is Michael. You could call me Mike.
Mike Lit.
Gotcha.
Mike Lit. Right. Mike Lit Sweat.
Well, now that we've gotten to our chat,
Mike Lit Sweat.
But hold on though. That text that Mike sent the other day.
Right. I sent that to Foster specifically. I'm like, hey, you ever heard of this contractor? And you guys went to bed, woke up, and you're like, yeah, I don't get it.
No, I saw
that while I'm taking his shit at work. I'm like, guys, it's a joke.
He got it, but I'm going, man, there's probably like 50 contractors that are Mike. So I'm sitting there trying to go through the names, and I didn't catch it at all.
Foster furiously going through his phone. He's like, man, I can't find Michael. It's wet.
I sit up there, I see that, and I was like, first thought came to my mind as soon as I see that text, I said, Of course Foster does. I said, of course he knows. Of course he knows he.
I worked with the guy back in
Right.
1982.
What's gonna be funny is when I pull it up next week and say, dude, yeah, here he is. Here's his number. Call him. And I'll call him on air and talk to the guy. It'll be a little different, but it'll sound the same.
Guys, we got Sriram waiting in the background. He's pretty much one of our new BCP co-hosts. I wanted to, have this fun time with you guys because you guys are amazing. Like, this is what the show's always been about, like, is you guys and all three of us. It's great to have.
I'm still pissed about this game, dude. I'm pissed.
In fact, he told us we could leave him back there an hour if we wanted to. You want to keep going without him? I'm fine with that.
Pissed. I'm pissed about it because why the hell at the beginning of the game don't you take the freaking lead? First off, catch the damn ball when it's in your hands in the end zone.
All right,
Second
so now it's football time. So now should we bring on Shree then?
I don't know. Does he want to hear me rant?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring on Shree.
Quite, Beach. Quite.
Shiro, but the authority. We talking about we talking to it's been a long time, baby.
Who the hell is this
It's
guy?
been a week.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, Foster, PJ, Shorty. Thank you as always for having me on. And couldn't imagine a greater Thursday night knowing that it's going to be minus 8,000 tomorrow morning.
It's not for me. It's be like
Just another day in Chicagoland or the Illinois Middle East area, whatever the frick it is.
Yes, sir. Did they cancel all the school stuff for you in your area tomorrow? Do you know?
Chicago? No. Not that I'm
Because they at least announced it today that they were planning on it for most Chicago schools tomorrow, but maybe they changed their minds.
Oh, the public schools?
A lot of our clients, I'll leave it at that, Sriram. A lot of our clients are closing. And it's at the point where a lot of our clients are telling us, no, we will be open. It's a big thing, right? It's going to be that freaking cold.
Yeah, it'll be crazy. Hopefully you, Carl, you and Foster will be indoors, nice and bundled up and not doing anything crazy tomorrow.
I ain't leaving my house till Monday.
Good.
good for you. Good for you. You probably your car would fall apart, or you get you'd spill gasoline in your trunk, or something would happen if you did. So just stay indoors.
That's already happened, man. And I had the thing running for 30 minutes today. I'm going to do the same thing in the morning. I might do it tonight when we get off the show. I might go on. It's 30 years old. It still starts every day when my neighbor's new shit's broken down. I laugh at them. $50,000 truck sitting in the driveway. They can't get it running.
Wow.
Tomorrow ought to be real funny.
So I interrupted an incoming rant, Foster. If you please.
Yeah, please continue.
Yeah. So I mean, here, and then so Dunze, it was a Dunze, right? He dropped the ball in his hands in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take the points, man. It's the start of the game. That happened, and I'm sitting here watching TV, and I'm going, "Oh, that's going to definitely come back and bite us in the ass." That was the first thing out of my mouth. I should have sent it to you guys, but I'm like, "No, I'm not going to do this today. I'll wait. Because the other thing is Johnson sat there and watched Campbell do the exact same thing we did and not make the Super Bowl. And what happened to Detroit? They ain't been around. Where have they been since that? 3 years ago. They were playing for the Super Bowl, and he went for it 3 times instead of taking the field goals. If they took the field goals, the Lions would have been in the Super Bowl at least. I don't understand why you don't take those points. I know it's the Rams. I know they're going to score more. But we all know nobody's going to score as much as they were because of the weather. We knew that going in. You got to take those points. A 3-0 lead to start the game is much better than crap. We blew it on 4th down again.
Even when all of us were
how much would that change the game? Because then there's a kickoff. So what? So say the Rams drive all the way down and score, then it's 7-3. And what is it at halftime instead of 10-10? It's 13-10 Bears. And then there is no overtime. If they take that other field goal in the third quarter instead of going for it on 4th down and not making it, and they make that, there's no overtime because they don't need that touchdown with the clock running out, that miracle touchdown. They don't need that. All they need is a field goal there. And that's only if the game stayed the same. But the minute you take that field goal, that changes everything that happened in that game. You know it does. Because nothing else would have been the same. Nothing. You got to take points. It's not like it's a season game and there's a game next week because there is no freaking game next week.
Foster, I gotta step away for a second. No. I'm gonna make a chat poll for this. Okay, I'm gonna make a chat poll for this.
Get out of here, Mike.
What did you just say? You just said that if the Bears would have had 3 points on the opening drive, at the end they only would have needed a field goal. 3 + 3 is 6.
No, that's not what I said.
7 to tie. Okay, good.
That's not what I said. Good. If they would have taken the field goal at the open and the rest of the game stays the same, we kick off instead of what they had to drive how many yards, whatever, because we blew it on 4th down. We didn't get the first down or the touchdown. So we take the 3. If they kick off and they drive all the way down and score just like they did, what changes? And then if the game stays the same in the 3rd quarter when we went for it on 4th down, what was that, a 42 or 43 yard attempt that Santos could have maybe made? If we take that, we don't. Then we're then we got a 6.
Right.
We got 6 more.
And if my aunt had a penis, she'd be my uncle. I get that.
Shut up. That. It's 17-16, and we don't need the touchdown. We need a field goal. Now you can say it. I just told you everything that I'm pissed about with the Bears because Johnson sat there and watched.
How did you get to that point? How did you get there?
How did I get?
But no. So, the Bears. Okay. How did the Bears get to that point? It doesn't
matter how they got to that point. This is a playoff game. This isn't a game during the week where there's another game next week. I know they did that in Green Bay. This is the Rams. You take the points to go up 3-0 instead of 0-0 to start a game. Well, they're going to score more. Okay, maybe they are, but you better take points when you get them in the playoffs. We watched again. We saw what happened to the Lions. They never made. Here, I'll tell you a quick story.
I just want to piggyback on.
There was a team in the NHL that was a great team. They won the Stanley Cup. They were going to be in it for the next 4 or 5 years. There's one player on that team that said, "Man, I regret not cherishing that moment because I thought we were going to be there again." His name was Bobby Hull. He never went to the Cup again with the Hawks. What if we never make it? I'm not saying we won't.
Can I pause you for a moment?
What if we never get back there after this?
Listen, if to your point on the 4th down, like with all the 4th downs, I'm gonna let you continue after this because you have a good point. To add to that, like the new era of coaches that have been around for like the last even like 10 years now, they were all the ones of us that deferred the ball when we got the kickoff. We wanted the ball in the second half because if we can score to end the half, we can get the ball in the second half and score, and it's like back-to-back scores. I always played that way in Madden. That the entire next generation that played Madden truly did play Madden, and they have that has impact on their coaching styles in this NFL. And Ben Johnson, I'm sure, played Madden. And he's going for it on all these 4th downs. And in Madden, the odds, unless you're that one like 6-year-old that has that one play that you can get a 4th and 20 out of every time, because it's a game, right? It's not reality. But even when you did that in Madden, it wasn't a game. You were probably getting 4th downs 30% of the times, conversions. Especially if you're playing on all Madden. So to add that to your point, Foster, he's done it all like however many games in a row, like just 4th down, 4th down, 4th down, 4th down, 4th down. But if you want to continue your rant from that, I'll let you go because I have one myself.
First off, that's a freaking game. And second off, in the playoffs, I throw away all that shit. You better play it smart because you're done after one game. It's a totally different scenario. All these fucking analytics, sometimes they got to throw that shit out the window. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I take the points every time like that.
PJ, do you have a rant?
I take the points. That changes the entire game if you take those 3 points.
Nothing to
First
say.
First off, Odunze's got to catch that.
You got nothing.
And everybody wants to trade. Everybody wants to trade DJ, and I'm like, okay. Let's run Odunze out there when he's catching half of the passes that are in his hands. That's a good move. Let's get rid of DJ. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking sorry.
PJ, you have any words?
We finished better than expected. So at that point, we started playing with house money.
Yeah.
I like
House-
what our coaching staff done. The defense, they have their moments, but I love what Eric Bieniemy did with our running backs. I'm sorry to see him go. I agree with Foster on one hand. I think
You're sorry to see who go?
Eric Bieniemy, the running backs coach,
Oh, we lost him?
they went back to Kansas City to be their offensive coordinator. Which leads to the question: whatever happened to our former head coach? I don't know where he's at now, but
He is in purgatory right now, my friends.
purgatory. Okay.
Yep.
So, but I think that Ben, I don't want to change who he is because he is who he is, but I do think he does go for the ball too much on fourth downs. I think you got to reel that back a little bit and play the long game of, hey, it's cold out here. It's not going to be a lot of points scored. Maybe we should take the field goal as opposed to trying to go for it on fourth down all the time. But again, he is who he is, so you got to take the good with the bad with him with that. But I still like him as a coach. Don't get me wrong. I just think because of my conservative side, I'm like, let's not go for it on fourth down as much as we do. And I agree with Tin Bang Dog there. Our defense actually played pretty well. I mean, besides the cold weather, they actually played pretty well. I mean, because I thought they did a good job of containing Stafford as far as with his passes. So,
do you guys know that the Bears defense gives up less than 19 points a game at home?
Wait,
I did not know that.
Wow, wait, what?
The Bears defense at home at Soldier Field this past season, counting the playoff games, in regulation, not counting the overtime period, gives up less than 19 points a game.
You know
They only gave up 17 to the Rams.
Bearski called me to tell me today that when Caleb was drafted, he told Taylor, the punter, that you won't be punting very much. And this year, the Bears set a season record for least amount of punts in a season at like 3.8 a game. So he was actually correct. And by the way, Foster.
Yeah, I'll have some egg rolls, some pin ping dong, and that's
that was more
to wash it down with.
That was more to do with Ben Johnson than it was to do with Caleb, in my opinion. The fact that Ben Johnson went for it so much on fourth down, not because we didn't get in fourth down situations. We got in plenty of those. He just went for them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, because I love the coaching staff. The problem is this:
Me too.
This group will never be back together ever again. That's a fact. We already lost Bieniemy. How many? There's 23 guys or 28 guys that are potentially gone from this team.
That's the problem.
We might lose Al Harris as well.
All the work that we put in to get here, this team is not going to be the same. It's just not going to be the same. And I'm not saying we won't be back, but boy, it's a sure hard thing to do to get that far. We know that. We know that because we've watched it forever. So,
before I get to my rant, I want to hear what Shree has to say about his overall thoughts.
I wanted to ask him a question. What's the rumor about Al Harris?
Well, the Packers requested permission to interview him for their defensive coordinator position.
They ain't going to be.
And I think was it the one other team as well? It might have been the Commanders too.
Yeah,
I think they both asked.
We're gonna lose him, and we're gonna lose Bieniemy, and we're gonna lose what's the other coach?
Declan Doyle might also. He also got asked by who? I forget who it was today. People asked to interview Declan Doyle, which will probably be out of those three, the one that we could stomach the most because he wasn't the play caller. But Al Harris and Bieniemy, those are big ones, man. If you ask me.
Defensive backs coach.
If I would have known, if I was Ben Johnson, if I would have known that I could possibly lose Declan, I would have promoted Eric right away. I would rather have Eric on our staff than Declan.
I wonder if Eric Bieniemy wanted to be a play caller again. I wonder. Like if he had a sour taste in his mouth from Washington, what happened there? If that's what he was really hoping for again.
I don't think he's going to be a play caller in Kansas City.
No, he's which is what's fun. You're right. You are right. He's everything is Andy Reid there as well. So
wait. How could you let him leave then if he's not going to get a promotion?
Because he was our running backs coach.
Oh,
he's the offensive. Yep.
He is getting a promotion and pay raise, man.
Sorry.
For Declan Doyle, it'll be sideways, except that he will be calling plays wherever if he leaves.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to hire him. I just don't. I think he's too young, too inexperienced.
I'm hoping that's what it is.
Gotta look.
When he was hired this year, I assumed that. I mean, I know he comes from a pedigree. His dad did pretty well, especially in college. And obviously he spent a couple of years under Sean Payton. You don't become incompetent by learning from him for 2 years. But I was, as you said, because he's 29, 30, something like that, that I assumed out of all the coaching staff, because we had some pretty marquee names, man. The two names we talked about, obviously Dennis Allen, who it's a crapshoot whether he'll get another head coaching chance for the rest of his career. But definitely Antoine Randall L is no slouch either. So we're lucky to have him. Maybe because he's still on board with us. Maybe because when he was hired, he was wide receivers coach / assistant head coach, and he was bestowed that title. So his responsibilities might be more. So I knew that was going to happen, but I did not think Declan was I thought it would have been a couple more years or so to get just more experience under his belt. Then he can go off into the world, design his own philosophy that takes from all he's learned from. But if he goes to a place like Cleveland, I don't know if anyone's going to save him from. I don't think he was asked, but if they do, that'll be interesting.
Yeah,
I just wanted to quickly get to this question from Black Diamond. Petty King is the formerly known as Black Diamond. How we used to have our normal YouTube names. I under no circumstances want this to happen, but I have the strangest feeling that Poles is going to move Jalen Johnson for D-line help. Thoughts?
Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. I just think that Nahshon Wright proved himself to be pretty good in a zone scheme.
Yep.
When asked to do man-to-man, not so much. Stevenson is better at man-to-man, and he's still under contract for cheap. Nahshon may be looking to get a lot more money than what we're currently paying Stevenson. Just stick with Stevenson, in my opinion.
And Stevenson, I think, acquitted himself well this past weekend when the reps that he had. He stuck well in man coverage. He was almost single-handedly responsible for doing it again, what he did to Christian Watson, jarring the ball out of his hands against the Packers. He almost did it. He was a downed knee away from doing it again this past Sunday, man. Or whatever day that was. So I hope if we choose between Nahshon and Tyreek, I personally, especially since Dennis Allen plays 4-3 base, I would take Tyreek over Nahshon as CB2 at least. That is my perspective.
Yeah, to answer Cliff Victoria, I think Dennis does play more man-to-man than he does zone. I mean, and that's how they was Green Bay as well as other teams was killing us with that crossing route. We was in man-to-man and they outrunning our corners across the field.
And on a completely unrelated note, but this is important. Relentless Mikey says, I got to say, Heaven Hill Grain 2 glass whiskey is so damn good.
Who said that?
Relentless Mikey.
Good for you.
That.
Mikey.
As a card-carrying teetotaler, I just agree with that. Anything anyone says about booze, I'll just say, yes, I agree 100%.
Let me throw this in, you guys, because this is very important. As of today, I forget how many futures contract the Bears players signed, but I got a list of them in front of me. And as of tomorrow, or sometime soon, 27 players are unrestricted free agents. Yes. 27 players off of this team. You want the list of who we signed yesterday to futures contracts? I got it.
Got Noah's brother, right? That's
Well,
young.
I'll give you the big names. Maurice Alexander, wide receiver. Britton Brown, running back. Steven Carlson, tight end. My computer's going to die. Luke Elkin, long snapper. Dallas Flowers, defensive back. Jonathan Garvin, defensive line. Dominique Hampton, a linebacker.
I thought you said the big names.
Offensive lineman. Nikola Kalanick, tight end. Kalanick. Dante Manning, defensive back. Jeremiah Martin, defensive line. Gervarius Owens, defensive back. J.P. Richardson, wide receiver. And Nethi Sewell, linebacker. That's who we signed a futures contract yesterday.
So which one was the big name?
There ain't. That's what I'm saying. There ain't.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's my point.
I misunderstand you. I thought you said I'm just going to name the big names. I was like, wait a minute.
I said I'm going to give you the big names. There ain't none. and then we've got 27 key free agents. About 23 of them are critical. You know, guys, I don't remember. I had that here too. It was like
we do not have not one safety.
A list of them.
We don't have not one safety under contract.
Nope.
Is Hicks under contract? I thought he was the one who. He's also. Oh man,
not one.
His contract is out. 27 Owens, Bears players to hit free agent.
Brisker, even Gardner Johnson, not one.
Right.
Here, our free agents: Byard, Joe Tryon, Shoyinka, Ryan Bates, Andrew Billings, Chris Williams, Dylan Smythe, Case Keenum, Jonathan Owens, Jaquan Brisker, Travis Homer, Olamide Zacchaeus, Nick McLeod, Jalen Reese-Maybin, Jalen Jones, Scott Daly, Devin Duvernay, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Nashawn Wright, Daniel Hardy, DeMarco Jackson, Braxton Jones, Dominique Robinson, Elijah Hicks, Theo Benedict, Ty Summers, Ricky Stromberg, and Kadir Ismail are all free agents. So this team will never, we'll have the core, and that's a great core to build, and the coaching staff is great, but it looks like we're going to lose 2 or 3 of them. And how many of these players?
Can I go on my rant now?
No way.
But first, is Kadir
do that?
Is Kadir Ragib's or Quadri's son? Or is it a different Ishmael? I wonder.
Good question.
Huh.
Good question.
That is a good question, Shree. Why do you think of those, man? Cut it out.
Because I'm old, man. And I'm still stuck in the 90s, obviously. So,
can I go
Shorty, waiting on your rant, brother.
All right, I'm going to stand up for this one.
Oh,
PJ's like, oh, shit.
Don't turn around and start banging the Bears flag again like you did last week. Or was that the week you were there, Paige?
I was dancing.
He thought he was dancing, but it looked like he was having sex with the flag.
Well, if I was, who cares?
Yeah, that's true. But we had to see it.
Good
night, everybody.
Guys, I've been seeing a lot of great questions in chat, and I want you guys to star them while I'm on my rant. If you see them, star them. You can do that too, Shri. I've been trying to save them up. There's a good one from Steve Rogers about Hendrickson. We're going to save for later when we get to your guys' questions. But if you haven't seen my 35-minute show after the game, then I'll give it to you like I said it then, only not as upset and passionate, but more to the point of the entire time I was literally sitting on my coffee table, not my couch, like 5 feet away from a 70-inch television, screaming at it, going, "Run the fucking ball! Run the ball!" It was first down, pass, second down, pass, third down, pass, fourth down, run, stopped. And we saw that happen many times in that game. It was first down, pass, second down, pass. It wasn't enough first down run, second down run, third down pass. In fact, to me, in that weather, to set that team up, especially that defensive line, you run the ball on first down pretty much every fucking time in that game. The game was set up perfectly for that. And if you do that, you're setting the defense up for later on in the game when you actually you pass it on first down and you pass it on second down. But by that point, you've worn them down at the very least more, hopefully. And then you're keeping Stafford cold on the bench. You're keeping their offense cold on the bench. You're breaking down their defense. And and I say this because Swift was running the ball well. They ran Monangai on the short yardage situations. I would have done the same thing, but it was a predictable moment to stop them on a short yardage play, a running play. But if you would have kept them a little bit more off balance by running it more on first and second down, then I believe that you get into that fourth quarter or into overtime and you run the ball on that interception to end the game. Or at the very least, I mean, Monangai was open in the flat. I mean, he was right there. But if you run the ball and you just keep running that ball and you keep them off balance, to me, that was it was a Swift game to run the ball with. And for me, I feel like we blew that advantage that we had clearly had in the game when we did run the ball. And maybe they were the circumstances that Ben ran them in, and I'm just an idiot because I am just an idiot. So I really don't know what I'm talking about, compared to Ben Johnson, of course. But to me, as a fan, I'm seeing you take these moments to set them up with the run, and they just never did that. They were always trying to set them up with the pass. They were trying to set the run with the pass, and for me, it should have been the opposite of that. And that's my rant.
I think that sometimes when you get in overtime, you feel rushed. And I think that would happen to Ben Johnson. Instead of taking his time and methodically. I mean, after, we got the ball back from the Rams, all we need is a score. We don't have to have a touchdown. We just need a score. So you feel rushed because it's overtime. So you're now throwing the ball as opposed to running and, taking your time and, setting up your next play. You now feel like you're rushed. I mean, whether it's Ben or whether it's Caleb, either one of them, who's ever making that decision, like, man, I gotta go for the bigger play, or I gotta throw this ball because it's overtime. I gotta win it now, bro. Just get us in field goal position. Take the first down. Work as that famous quote by Hank Stram from the Kansas City Chiefs: "Meticulate the ball down the field." Just articulate the ball down the field to where you can get in position, because it's cold out there. Rams are cold. Man, run it down the field, because surprisingly, on short yardage, Rams did step up. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, they stopped us a lot on short yardage plays, but man, work that ball down the field. Stop trying to go for that big play, in my opinion.
It was so freaking obvious when they did that, though, Pete. And I'm sitting here going, okay, now you're going to run Swift. It's 2nd and 2 or whatever. And you're going to run Swift and he's going to get stuffed. And you do that. Now you're going to put Monangai out there, who should have been. See, my biggest thing, and I've been saying this all year, is they're running these guys in the wrong times, wrong position. That goal line stance where they run Swift once or twice and he gets stuffed, and they bring Monangai into it. I might be mixing it up a little bit, I think, but I'm just going, man, you should have ran. Swift almost got a yard. If you would have run Monangai, you would have had a touchdown, or you would have got the 2 yards you need. The rotation of those guys, I just think, is wrong. Take it back to Montgomery and Herbert. I like Swift. Don't get me wrong. You got 1,000 yards. 1,000 yards in a 17-game season is not what 1,000 yards was in a 14-game season.
A little bit over 60 per game.
What?
A little bit over 60 per game.
Yeah, but it's not like getting it in 14 games, because you got 3 more games to do it in.
Agreed.
A lot of coaches even are like, 1,000 yards isn't the mark anymore. It's 1,300.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
1,300. So, I mean, I'm not even going to take that away from him because I just like the coaches and I like the way the team was set up this year. But running the guys in the wrong thing. Look back at Montgomery and Herbert. I would look at Swift as more of a Herbert type runner. Would you agree? Because he's not a Montgomery runner.
To a degree, I think though that the problem I had with Swift was last year, first 2 games of this year, he was trying to bounce everything on the outside. Then when he started running between the tackles, he started having more success. This last game, though, I seen him, especially on that goal line, wanting to again start bouncing things out on the outside. And I'm like, bro, let's not regress. Stick to what's been working for you.
But he's not. I mean, if you took the two backs, who's more like Montgomery?
Oh, you're 100% correct.
On that guy, and Swift is more like Herbert. I just think. I said it. I'm like, man, start Monty. Start Mononga. Just start him. I know Swift is making the money, but what's the difference if they get the same carries and Mononga's on the field first and they're running the ball, being able to run the ball off the tackles or in between the guard and the tackles, because they're going to be able to do it better with Mononga. I mean, it's pretty much, you see it on tape. I still think we need a bigger back. I was going, man, I wish they would put Britton Brown in here for this touchdown run instead of Swift. He's the biggest guy in the field. Put him in. Maybe he can get 2 yards.
If I could ask you guys a very quick question, everyone for the panel. Did DeAndre Swift improve from 2024 to 2025 as a member of the Chicago Bears? Yes or no?
Yes.
100%.
And the primary reason for that, unfortunately, in my opinion, is no longer on this team. Mr. Eric Bieniemy is going to be your offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm sure we all knew that, but again, just a little bit of housekeeping there, which is bad. And we're starting to see the coaches. We're starting to see the coaches get their interviews and such. So,
because there's more reasons than just him. Don't forget, he's got a completely different offensive line than he had a year ago. Different coaches on that, coaching that line. A different head coach. I get what you're saying. A lot of it has to do with Bieniemy. But do you think the blocking up front doesn't change it?
It's just the mentality. For me,
put the same. I get what you're saying. Put the same line as last year on there. He doesn't get his 1,000 yards this year. Maybe
I don't even know if he got 1,000 yards this year. But again, it's just the clear mentality, right?
1,063 or something like that.
It maybe all purpose. I don't know if he had 1,000 rushing yards.
Think that's
if he did,
rushing.
bravo to him.
That's rushing.
End of the story. The whole thing for me, I saw a very obvious transformation of the identity and just how his style, I guess, right? In my opinion, in 2024, he was well and truly a finesse back. He would turn down the ability to run through the open gaps, even if they were few and far between. 2025, I saw him, whether it was inside, outside, if there was contact, he was running through it. And I really want to give credit to Eric Bieniemy because I think he is first and foremost for the transformation of the philosophy.
100%. I agree with Carl.
I agree 100%, Carl. I'm just saying there's more factors involved in him rushing as he did this year, because if you don't have that line blocking the way it's blocking, you don't have your tight ends blocking, it doesn't matter. You can do that all you want, but he's more of an outside zone runner.
Shorty, I wanted to respond to all of you, but specifically Shorty, at least from what I saw, and I will go back and watch the game one more time specifically to look at this, but I did not see what I saw, rather than a lack of effort and persistence with running the ball. What I saw, and PJ, I want to get into your head here because you can probably help understand the mindset. I take us back to the Philadelphia game where both Kyle and DeAndre gashed, and I mean gashed the hell out of Philadelphia's D line, which I can say was not seen as a shoddy D line. They had talent and they have difference makers. And my guess is Coach Johnson may have miscalculated and thought that they could do the same against the Rams. And I think Chris Shula, he probably did a really, really nice job knowing exactly when he needed to crowd the line. And he guessed right when they lined up in run formations that they were not going to go play action. Maybe the weather has a lot to do with that, where when it's cold and people slip on their routes and things like that, you third and short, fourth and short, you can't take that same kind of risk because it might just fail from the get-go if somebody stumbles out of the blocks in a route, or a tight end stumbles getting off the line. What I saw though was Chris Shula's personnel. They did a phenomenal job swarming even from the perimeter on inside runs. And I also probably shouldn't understate that we paid a price potentially by purely even showing Joe Tooney at left tackle. And if Chris Shula guessed correctly that we probably might not run left as often, and we'll run more towards, even if it's inside runs, those gaps, we'll try to create them between Darnell, next to Darnell. And I have a feeling it became a little bit predictable, more so than a lack of effort. And if Caleb had, I don't know, this is where PJ, so you'll have to correct me or tell me I'm totally way off in all of this. But if Caleb had in those, especially those 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, if you think he is given the play with the option to audible to play action, without even doing motions and shifts, and he just went ahead and went with it because he trusted it, that was also something Caleb may learn from, that if he really sees it and doesn't like what he's seeing, don't be afraid, even and under the brightest of lights, which you're clearly not afraid, judging by every fourth quarter he's ever played, earlier in the game to actually audible to a play action, take the risk when you know if they have 8 in the box, then your chances are pretty bad. And maybe Kyle and DeAndre, the first 2 times you try to run them up the middle, they got hammered, which they did. I didn't see that kind of in-game change that I saw more of during the season, maybe. And maybe I'm way off with that last statement, but that's what I thought about the running game.
And Mikey says they should have run right more. That's exactly what I was screaming at my TV. Is like they kept lining up. Or he said left. Sorry, they should have run left more, and they kept lining up right, strong right, and running right. And they had Tooney and McFadden like playing extremely well with each other on that left side. And of all that, you would have thought they would have just set up the strong right, run right to run left with, because it was powerful.
I didn't see much misdirection this game. I really didn't, like we saw in previous games.
I thought that Verse actually played really well against Tooney. I thought that he was able to get penetration on that left side. The times that I seen him try to run left, Verse was disrupting the play. So credit to the Rams for their 2 defensive ends, and Verse and Young, I believe his name is.
Yep.
Those guys played a heck of a game and kept our guys in. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes on the right side, I thought that DeAndre Swift got loose a little bit earlier.
Right.
But then when it started getting into crunch time, short yardage situations, those guys came off that end and just shut that down.
And I thought their linebackers, who did get brought up on run plays, closed the edges and probably helped Verse on the other side very well. Even on inside runs, which is not easy for a linebacker to do. You have to basically come unimpeded and you have to time it perfectly, or you'll just whiff. And I thought they did a wonderful job. And that's credit to Chris Shula, in my opinion, for scheming that very well.
Is that Don's boy?
Yeah.
It is? Okay.
I just like this.
Hold on a second. Can I get to this really quick? Randy Bob and Burger says BCP helps me cope. Man, we appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Go. That's really sweet of you, Randy. That's so humbling, and exactly what we always wanted to make this about. So
Therapeutic Thursday, Randy, Bob, and Burger.
Go ahead, Foster.
I was just going to say, I'm just a moron sitting here watching the game. And every time I could tell you that when they were going to run in the short situations, I knew exactly what they were doing. So you think the Rams didn't? And I'm just sitting here on the couch watching it on a 55-inch TV. I think they had a pretty good idea what they were doing. As a matter of fact, we saw it when they were stopping them for no gain or stopping them a yard or two behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's what Sharam said. It was a lot less motions.
Yeah.
Seemed like, when those short yardage situations come in, they just get lined up and then go. And it's like that eye confusion that happens when you're doing all those different type of motions and whatnot. They didn't have to go through that, so they just crash down.
It's just
and that's my question for you, PJ. Do you think, did it seem like to you that, at least taking the whole season, during the season, did you see Caleb having the freedom to make shifts and even audible out of 3rd and short, 2nd and short, or 4th and short, come and not see it this game? Because I didn't see much this game.
Yeah, I didn't see much either. I think that I think from what I'm hearing, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because I just thought that nowadays most offenses they send in a run play as well as a passing play, and
that's what I thought.
Let the quarterback decide which one. So I mean, I don't know any different. I don't know if that's what the case is, but the last game of the season against Detroit and this game against LA seemed like he didn't bend, that is, have a lot of motions going on. It seemed like he had a simplified offense, especially when it comes down to short yardage.
And maybe he just trusted our big boys up front to consistently create gaps, and they just couldn't do it this past game with consistency, especially when it counted, unfortunately. And that combined with our drops, as you so rightly stated, all of those happened at the worst possible times. Unfortunately, they happened when it really mattered, not when we were trying to start a drive, not when we were just trying to hold a lead. It was when we needed yardage, we needed to get down the field, and these were crucial 3rd downs where they didn't work out, unfortunately. We did have others that did. It just wasn't. We had more failures than successes in both making tough catches and converting those tough runs. And throughout the season, we had more success than failures on those same two things.
Yeah, I think with their defensive tackles, the Rams I'm talking about, their defensive tackles is pretty stout as well. And I was trying to remember because I don't have all 22 and whatnot, so I don't get a chance to go back and rewatch the game like you guys may have. I got the impression, just off memory, that seemed like Wright was coming down and down blocking a lot on the defensive tackle, which then exposes the defensive end as well as the outside linebacker to contend with tight ends to block them, and they were able to make the stop. Man, I could be wrong, but that's what the impression I got when I remember seeing it. I was like, seemed like he doing a lot of down blocking.
Yes, and I saw the same, and I did not see any tight ends motioning before the snap to actually help, knowing that's going to happen, leaving that edge exposed, and that's what I saw.
Well,
like Caleb said, he wants to win 8 Super Bowls. To me, that greatness began this year, and we had the season to back it up. I mean, that 4th and 8 play against the Packers 2 weeks ago was it was one of the best plays in NFL history. And then he tops it the next week on a 4th and 4, that touchdown pass, literally turning around and is putting his back to the defense and running towards his towards his own end zone, and then just turns around and launches this ball to Cole Kmet on the left side of the end zone for a touchdown. And then us stopping them in overtime on the first drive. And you take everything that happened from the Lovie Smith 4th and 24 that it was for the Texans. Then he goes for a 2-point conversion, wins that game, gives us the first pick in the draft, that gives us Caleb Williams. From that moment in Lovie Smith's career all the way up to this game, it just really truly felt like a thing of destiny. And not to say that it's gone, but to say that the way that everything happened this year so specially, and all the plays that just kept getting, like, they just topped each other seemingly every week. There was some lulls in between, of course, but it just kept getting better and better. And the whole good, better, best mantra in the locker room, and we had him dead to rights in that game. It's like, if we can win that game, if we can go into Seattle and win that game and go to the Super Bowl and play it's going to be the Patriots now with Bo Nix with his ankle injury. I wish it was freaking.
Imagine if we played them 40 years later, man.
Right.
That's crazy.
Incredible. And it would be second year quarterbacks from the same draft. It would have been like a thing, man. It would have been special. And then we win that game, and now we're the Chiefs. We won the Super Bowl with a second-year quarterback. And we did it with a first-year head coach, which is like the only other first-year head coaches that have ever done that, won a Super Bowl in their first year. They inherited Super Bowl caliber teams. George
Harrison is
yeah.
a thief of joy.
Yeah. This guy came in took over a complete, a fucking mess compared to what it was last year. I'm extremely happy. I'm totally what happened this season. Even I predicted them 11-6 the last 3 years on this channel, 10-7 this year. They finally went 11-6. They even exceeded my own expectations. But like last year, I was calling for a Super Bowl with a rookie head coach or a rookie quarterback, and this year I'm like, yeah, we're gonna make the playoffs, but I expect nothing more. And then we have these magical games against the Packers to end the season, and if you just could have won the Super Bowl this year, man, it just would have gone down as one of the greatest seasons in NFL history, not just the Bears. That's what makes it just so. As happy as I am, as excited that I am, like I was of this season, and I am for the future of this team. We've got what we need: the coach and the fucking quarterback, and the coach will get the new coaches to replace the coaches that leave. It's just like
But your joy was robbed.
A dick horse. Yeah, it was like a dick hair that we fell short of being perfect. Like
your joy was robbed because comparison is a thief of joy.
Yes.
So if you have to compare anything, man, this year was the 84 Bears, and this last game was the 49ers game. That's
right,
and where Ditka apologized afterwards and said this isn't going to happen again, basically.
Okay, so if we're going to keep comparing, then the 86 Bears didn't win the fucking Super Bowl, and the 87 Bears didn't win the Super Bowl, and the 88 Bears didn't win the Super Bowl, but
they were perennial division champions, which we have not done. Green Bay's.
But then we become the Bills. Is my point? Like we could have become the Chiefs.
Or the Packers, or the
Do you put
Steelers.
Caleb on Josh Allen's level, or do you put him?
No, I put him on far greater. But you have everything else
on there right now, right?
You have everything else that comes into play.
Immediately on Josh Allen's and Mahomes levels, Shorty, right? Or no?
Absolutely, yes. He's tops. He's the best quarterback in the league right now to me, even above Mahomes, especially because he's got a blown knee. But as we talked about, like the team changes every year, and now you have different coaches, even though they're position coaches, because we're not going to lose our head coach / offensive coordinator / play caller or our defensive coordinator, but we're going to lose the position coaches that made a Nashawn Wright come out of nowhere. Everything that a young, bright Declan Doyle has done for this team. If we lose him, I have confidence he will be replaced. However, I'm just saying, like, you just don't know what the future holds, man. It's there could be injuries, there could be anything that happens next year. It could. This was a perfect year. It was to win it all this year would have just, and I just feel. I know you all know what I'm talking about when I say that. I don't even have to keep rambling on about it. It would have been absolutely. The NFL would have been talking about it for the next 20 years, the magical season of 2025 for the Bears. Instead, they lost it on a fucking interception. And it's just, I'm I'm ecstatic for the future. But you want to win 8 Super Bowls, man. It starts in a season like this, and you lose a season like this. The more, if it happens again, now you're becoming a little bit more of the Bills, maybe a little bit more of even the Packers, who have only won 2 Super Bowls with 35 years of Hall of Fame quarterback play. And I don't want to be that. I want it, like, I expect with Caleb Williams us to have won the Super Bowl this year. And it's just because of exactly what I saw. And for us to lose it on a couple of fourth downs that we shouldn't have gone for, and running the ball a little bit more, and not throwing a 40-yard fucking pass to end the game, like when you had them dead to rights, it's just
comparison.
Yep. So instead of comparison, I'll ask a question. Would either of you have gone for 2?
Yes, I would have gone for 2. You had them. You had the air sucked out of them, man.
You know, I had that conversation in the moment, and I said no. And I tell you, the reason why I said no is because, actually, it was before we actually got to that point. He said, if you score, would you go for 2? I said, it depends on whether or not the offense was working within rhythm, had a rhythm thing going, then yeah, you keep that going with the 2-point conversion. But because that play we scored on was such a lucky play, we had no rhythm going whatsoever. It's like, yeah, bro, I wouldn't have went for it in that situation because we basically got lucky.
Yep. I wouldn't have questioned. I didn't question the extra point even for a second, mainly because we proved throughout the game that we could not convert short yardage, period.
That too. And that's what I mean. That's why I would have let Shorty know. I mean, bro, we had a successful season. And
I know we did. I'm not down that. You are correct.
It sucks that we lost. But I can't, I just can't compare what Kansas City did or anyone else did, because that cheapens what we were able to do because of where we were, and now where we are. I don't want that to rob that the moment we have. I mean, because again,
Can I put this into layman's terms a little bit? Okay,
Yeah,
so you're a carpenter. You're building a house, okay,
Mhm.
and the snow's coming, and you are this close to finishing it, and you have 1, 2, 3. So the Bears lost 3 out of their last 4 games, right? Okay, so they won 4 out of their last 5, right? You can the Packers, then they lost to
San Francisco,
and the Lions, then they
right.
then they won the next 2 games, then they lost. So 2, 2, and 2. So they went 6 and 4, or 3. I'm sorry, 3 and 2, at the end of those last 5 games, right? I can't think right now. I'm pretty sure it's
Green Bay lost
2 losses. Then you got 1 win, so you're 2 and 1. Then you have another win, so you're 2 and 2. So they went 2 and 3 in the last 5 games. Okay, so you're a carpenter and you have 5 boards left to finish your house, and you have the snow is coming, and it's 4 hours away to go get 5 more boards, and you can't do it. You got to finish it now, and you keep making the wrong cut on one of those boards and fuck them all up so you can't use it. And now you're down to your last board and you fucked up the cut, and you can't use that last board to finish your house so that you can get ready for the snow coming for the winter. It's like, but if you would have just not fucked up one of those cuts, like, you would have been able to finish your house for the winter. But now you're stuck. And you can't finish building your house until next year when the winter is past. And it's like, I just equate it to you had it right there, and just a simple mistake is cutting your 5th board in a row to try to make it perfect, and you still fucked it up. Or in this case, your your second in a row after the ones that you had fucked up before and still had enough, but now you're down to your last two, and you fucked one of them up. You cut one of them perfectly, but you fucked up the final one. Now your house isn't built. It's like that's the difference between living in that house and waiting until next year to live in that house. And
that's bad. That's a bad analogy.
I like that one.
That's a bad analogy.
Mhm.
I just think,
hey, measure twice, cut once. That's the point, right?
But I think that you're looking, because every time I hear you say this, you're comparing what Mahomes did in his first year starting and what the Bills did and how Josh Allen hasn't been able to get over the hump. You have to accept this for what it is right here, right now. Right now, we had a quarterback who didn't play well last year, led the league in being sacked, and this year made a lot of improvement. He made a lot of improvement. He had a better coach even during the year. During the year itself, he showed improvement. So I can't be down on this team. And yeah, we may not get back to a good position. Who knows? I don't know. But instead of me worrying about that, I'm more thinking about where we are now. There's hope. There's a reason to believe we're going to get better because we have going to have a second year head coach who can improve on his mistakes. We're going to have a quarterback who can improve on his mistakes. And we're going to have the continuity, hopefully, of a receiving core to where they can work even better together, even more continuity with the offensive line to where they can work better together. So to me, the arrow's pointing up.
No, it totally is.
That's why I'm not worried about comparing what could have been or to what somebody else did.
And Shorty, to add to what PJ just said, that was very well put. I am probably not grieving as much as you are. Still, I was, but I'm not today. And that was not because I just got over it. It's because I listened to Ben Johnson's press conference yesterday. And what he said is what makes this tangibly different, if in so much as that something mental could be tangible. This was different because let's go back to our previous happiest season, which was 2018. If you remember, after the Eagles game, that whole off season, even if you remember it was a big dog and pony show in the Bears convention where they all came out on like a runway to music, and Matt Nagy gave this really very confident speech, we'll say. I don't know if you guys remember that. And they brought all the players out under like starry lights and those kind of things. Cool. And we shit the bed the next year. This press conference yesterday, while it was no doubt expressing a ton of gratitude, what he said was, and it hit me hard because I agreed with it, that you don't carry over momentum from this year into next year. There is no momentum. Anyone who believes that needs to go look at that again. We start over from ground zero. We have fundamentals that we need to fix big time. And he made a point to say everything that he made a point to actually attest to what we've been talking about all season. I did not like the amount of dropped passes we had. We are going to work on that. That was not insignificant that he made a point to say that in his season ending press conference, man, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So agreed. What I see is less lackadaisical. Let's enjoy the ride. Well-deserved offseason. We got to a level that nobody thought. We didn't hear any of those cliches. We didn't hear him say even once, nobody thought we'd get this far, and look what we did. I was so appreciative that he didn't say that he focused on what needs to be done and what's going to get done. I can't wait to OTAs till for us to get moving on the fundamentals immediately. That is why my hope this year is a much more tangible hope than, let's say, 2018, 2019, where we just rode the wave, in my opinion. We rode an emotional wave and we were caught up in how we have this revolutionary new head coach, offensive coordinator who is going to redefine the Bears, and that never ended up happening. This, right now, we are seeing the Bears redefined.
Yes, we are.
Starting with their mentality.
So you fell for that tree in 2018?
Yes.
I did. The minute that game was over, I turned the TV and looked at my brother and said, that window closed. And he's like, what do you mean? They'll be better next year. And I'm like, no, they won't, because Trubisky sucks. I'm just saying.
I was too ignorant last year. I was too ignorant that year. It was all go to hell Cody Parkey, honestly. That's what it was. And I did not focus on any of our actual flaws, let's say.
But that game though, Foster, like that game, they had a 3rd and 9 run that was a first down conversion, and then they measured it and it was short, but it was clearly over by a yard, and then they measured it, and then they gave him like a yard short of where the ball actually was, which was like 6 inches past the line. They didn't even. No, I'm sorry. They didn't even put the ball where it was supposed to be after they call it. So it was 4th down, and they ended up punting the ball. And that's the first stuff. But then you keep going into that game, and Trubisky had that pass to Miller at the end. That was a catch that they ruled. That was actually a fumble that the whistle wasn't blown, and he recovered his own fumble. And then they said, oh, it wasn't a fumble because we didn't we didn't blow the whistle. So basically it was like the play never happened. We're on the 6-yard line at that point. We win that game.
It just here, Shorty, look at the games during the season. How many games during that season did we scrape by or the defense carried our ass? It's about 5 or 6.
Yep.
Looking back, 100%
They wasted a really good defense for 3 or 4 seasons. They wasted it. Because we had no business being there. 19, what did we do? We lost and backed into the playoffs. They wasted that defense. I'm sorry. I'm being hard because I've sat here, Pete. We've sat here and watched this crap and I love coaching staff and I love everything.
I want no parts of you being hard, bro.
I was waiting for TJ's rejection of innuendo. Finally, it only took an hour and 17 minutes for us to get.
I don't want no parts of that, brother. No parts now. Hold on.
Put it there before, man. I'm. This is a lost opportunity. I'm disappointed, but I'm so much happier than I was freaking a year ago. So much.
And I'm guessing you're happier than you were in 2018, based on what you said.
What?
You're happier than you were at the end of 2018, based on what you just said.
I knew that wasn't sustainable. At least this is sustainable.
Yep.
I mean, everybody thought, okay, and I'm looking at our defense going, these guys are getting older. How many more years is Akeem going to play? Because he was a critical part of that defensive line. Critical.
So let me ask you that season, did you have that feeling because you were in the thought that 5 touchdown game against the Buccaneers was a mirage for Mitch, and that wasn't going to be, that's the exception, not the norm?
Even an unplugged clock is right twice a day. It's going to happen, man. Look at all these guys in the preseason or for 1 or 2 games.
Even Foster
that have insane games, and you never hear of them again. You never hear of them again.
Except Jade Walker.
I didn't. He's not. We don't even know yet.
Even Foster is right twice a day, huh?
At least.
So you're saying.
Well, my clock's got 6 arms on it. So
when you wipe your ass correctly, you were right.
Pay somebody to start. I'm gonna have to start having to pay somebody for that.
When you took a piss in the toilet and not in your pants, you were right.
I just don't have that problem ever, Shorty. Sorry, I don't. So far, yet. A lot of things are yet. There's many things in life that are yet.
One day when you do, you will piss on Aldo's bushes. I promise you.
I will. I will get in my car and drive over there. He'll probably move.
Listen,
And I'll do it.
I
I'll
don't
do it
have
on somebody else's house and get arrested.
I don't have much more in me because I have my dog is to the point where he can't stand anymore, and he has to be held up while he's going to the bathroom and stuff. So my shows are going to be short from here on out. But if you guys want to keep going, you know how to end it, Foster. I can bow out here in 10 minutes.
Remember anything, man? I do. It's just a button. A button or three. Carl here?
Carl's here. Yeah, Carl can join you. Nope, Carl's not here. He says.
Oh no,
I'm
because
gonna be
Mike
bugging out shortly anyway myself.
Mike's here. Yeah, everybody's gonna be.
Yeah,
bugging.
we were lucky enough to have you for an hour and 20, PJ, Mr. 6 hour man.
Hey.
Hey,
$6 million.
it's almost April, PJ. It's almost April. I'm looking at my watch.
Now we have to have the 6 hour shows with you until we lose you again to coaching for another great season.
Do you do any like rec league coaching in the spring and early summer, or do you relax during this?
I coach. We have spring ball in spring. So
When does it start back up again?
we have spring ball in late March, I believe.
Damn, even the high schools down here in Georgia are still going. Coach B can't
Wow.
get a damn weekend off. He's always coaching.
Yeah, they take football serious down south.
And that's why they're pumping out all the NFL players.
Yeah,
Got the weather for it.
Yep.
absolutely.
Great
So
season.
Foster, going back to your free agent list, there are a billion places to go, but as I know time is short and I want to hear what Shorty thinks about this. What do you all do? What does everyone think is done at the safety position in terms of who is here, who is not, who should be here? What would you do? I'm curious.
I wanted to go this way because what do we need on offense?
A left tackle.
Yes.
That's it. That's it. So I mean, to clear the offense, because we're in pretty good shape offensively with everybody signed.
A left tackle. Only because Trapillo's now injured and he's not coming back until
27.
A torn patella is a crapshoot, man. Even if you do come back, how effective you are is
maybe never.
Mm.
You don't know
Yep.
how that. So I'm just that's
I'm
that's
hoping
I think
for Armagaji.
we went from having our left tackle feature to not having one next year.
is he signed?
Armagaji still have 2 years left.
Yeah, this was just his second year.
It's Thibodeau. It's the other guy or Benedette. Wait, one of them's
Benedict is the free agent,
okay.
And Braxton too, right?
and Braxton. Yes,
And Braxton too, for sure. Somebody's going to pay Braxton. Somebody's going to pay him some money.
well, I'm
I want to
hoping.
get some questions from chat here.
It was like
Steve
5 or
Rogers
6
says, keep Henderson away from the Bears. We don't need the next Jared Allen. This isn't I thought that was a question. Sorry. This isn't a retirement home for the NFL. We just paid premium money for Grady and still need a drafted defensive tackle. Sorry,
agree.
I totally read that wrong, man. Awesome. I actually agree with you on that.
Agreed. We have the opportunity to draft well at 3 technique. There are some good guys out there. So more so than spending all that, I would rather, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking about this today. Instead of Hendrickson or Crosby, if we believe that Sweat and Austin are 1 or 2 good interior guys away from both being counted on for 10 to 12 sacks a year because they're not doing everything on their own and just only getting coverage sacks, then what I would do, and tell me what you think about this, because Montez tends to play about 60 to 65% of the snaps. Do we try to convince Khalil Mack to come back for a year or two to spell Montez? And Mack won't command that kind of money, and I don't think he'll command the playing time either.
I'd rather go for a Bosa. More of a better fit, but go ahead, Peach.
Which Bosa?
Joey. I think he's a free agent.
The one in Buffalo?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I would say this. I mean,
quite
because because Sweat has a $24 million contract. Booker's on his rookie deal. I would go for another rookie because by the time, if he can just produce, if I can get a rookie who can come in and give me just 8 sacks, I will want more, of course. But if he just can give me 8, Sweat can give me 10, Booker can give me 10, that's 28 sacks right there out of those 3 guys. And by the time the rookie contract is ready to be, for him to get the big contract, Sweat will be gone.
Yep.
So I'm trying to bring in some young guys because I think we both need we need both a defensive tackle and a defensive end. Defensive tackle because as much as I like Jervon, I have to admit he still isn't doing what I expect him to do or what the coaching staff need him to do. He's still coming slow off the ball at times. His pad level is still too high at times. He's not as dominant as he should be at this point in his career. He's in his 3rd year, I believe. So he should be dominant at this point. And he's not dominant.
I agree.
And
I agree.
What sucks is we don't know what we have in Shamar Turner, who, by all accounts, would have meant we didn't need to, draft a defensive tackle. I mean, he was starting to play better in the more he played, and then blows.
Weren't they trying to move into end though, more than
and that's the
tackle?
problem. I mean, I covered this in our members only. For those of you who are members, I did cover all this in members only. So please tune into that. But one of the things I did say was Shamar Turner to me is a 3 technique, much like Javon Dexter is. However, when I say we need to draft a defensive tackle, I'm saying we need to draft a 1 technique. A 1 technique who could command double teams. When he gets a double team, everybody else is left 1-on-1. And I think Booker, Sweat, and even Javon to a degree can beat 1-on-1s. Shamar can beat a 1-on-1. The problem I have with what they're doing with Shamar is they trying to move or have been moving Shamar to defensive end, which I think he's a better 3 technique than he is a defensive end. So I would have him and Javon rotate at the 3 technique. Draft me a 1 technique who can clog up that. Billings, I don't think he'll be back, so we have to find a backup 1 technique to back up the rookie. And sorry, I'm not a fan of Grady. If I can get rid of him and not lose money, I would. I like his leadership because Ben praised his leadership, being in the locker room, being a veteran, but he really didn't give me nothing on the field. He really didn't. Sorry.
Near the end, you'd see him stuff like 1 run per game. That's what you'd typically see after he got healthy. That is.
Yeah, 1. Yeah.
So I'm kind of with you. You would like us to find a young, we'll call it Ted Washington, Keith Traylor type then. If you
more of a I need a more agile 1 technique. I don't need as big as a Ted Washington or Vince Wilfork. I don't need nobody that big. I just need somebody who's agile but who can still take on the double teams. I'm thinking like is that guy out of who drafted? Is his name Walter Nolan? Isn't he the 1 technique for somebody he got drafted by? I forgot.
Yep.
Arizona.
Something like that, he's agile enough but still command double teams in the 1 technique spot.
I like it a lot.
The problem is we are not getting rid of Grady Jarrett next year. He's here 1 more year just because of money. Yep. It is what it is. And he did the last 6-7 games. He picked it up. I heard this too. He was finally healthy late in the season. I'm not going to knock him.
What numbers did he put up?
I don't know.
I agree with you because I heard the same thing.
Numbers. I just know vision when I see it, where the guy's actually in the backfield instead of going back.
He was more active. I agree with you. Yes. He was more active. He was around the ball more. But at the end of the day, I didn't see him make more tackles. I mean, maybe 1, maybe 2, but I didn't see him make a lot of tackles. That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, you still got active, but we still don't have that dominant guy who's commanding double teams because the way the Bears was running their defense was one. I mean, depending on which side the strength is on, sometimes they have Javon as a 1 technique and Brady as a 3 technique, or then they flip flop. So I thought that stunted Javon's growth because he's not knowing. Well, let me not over penetrate because I got to take on both of these guys to make sure I can control that. It's as opposed to knowing one job and do your one job.
Right.
Sorry, false split.
No, I can't disagree with that. I was going to say, Pete, I said, now we're going to end up doing this. We're going to talking about, remember forever it was up. What are the problems? IOL, interior offensive line. So now it's going to be defensive tackle. We're going to start talking about that every week because that's what. Okay, so we've all agreed, and I don't know if you did or not, Sheree. We need a left tackle. We need a left tackle.
Oh yes, sir, we do.
We need a left tackle for sure. But
I'm hoping.
Hopefully, but are you willing to go into the season without one? Because I'm not.
No.
At least draft one. I don't care if he's a 3rd round guy. I got to get something that I can be working on. I know Poles will find something. And then we were just talking about defensive tackle. Well, okay, so we know we need those 2, and I mean it's pretty obvious to most people, anyways. And a lot of people are saying we need another edge rusher. They're out there too. I prefer the defensive tackle before the edge rusher. I know maybe we could use one, but I got a feeling Booker's for real. The way McVay, if you go back and you look at that game, and this is almost every passing down in the first half, Booker was double teamed. Maybe not even off the line, but if he got outside, I saw the guard stop, turn around, and go knock him around.
That's kind of what I wanted to say.
It's there. It's there. So I mean, I'm not as big as people in the chat are out there saying we got to get another edge rusher. I'm more concerned with the defensive tackle position, the left tackle position, the safety position. Even if because there's somebody's going to be gone or somebody's going to be gone, man. I don't know if it's Sweat. I don't know if it's Johnson. I don't know if it's DJ Moore. Or you're going to renegotiate 3 or 4 of these contracts, counting toonies.
I think they'll have to do a lot of converting things to bonuses. That's if they want to keep a core together, they'll have to do a lot of that.
Yeah, there's been talk
and that's why it's like I think Austin to piggy on what you're saying, Foster. Why are we talking about a defensive end when Austin Booker is on the rise, man? Like he's on the rise.
Yes, because we still didn't get sacks. That's what we're talking about.
Well, Pete just mentioned it. I still would draft one. I don't know if I'd go like that's going to be my first pick because I really think we got to get a left tackle and a defensive tackle. Those are my first 2 things that I would attack in this draft.
The other thing with the I'll add to the Austin love here. I brought this up last week. You might remember, but we did. I do acknowledge that Grady did play decently against the Rams. We saw him do well there. However, if I go back and watch the times that we did stop the Rams running game or any run stuffs that we got, this became a trend that I noticed. Austin Booker does surprisingly well against the run when they try to run outside anywhere like near his direction. He wraps up very well. As we know, he's a violent tackler, which is awesome. So it's not just headhunter and all he does is play recklessly. When he tackles a running back, his fundamentals, in my opinion, are solid. Like he has like linebacker fundamentals almost when it comes to wrapping up. So I don't think he is. I think he has the potential to be more than Leonard Floyd, Mark Anderson, the specialists that we had back in the day, who could be counted on for 10, 12 sacks, stuff like that. Or that's what they were known for. I see something more than that with Austin. And this is based on what I saw after he got healthy the last half of the season.
I would say that if you look at, I don't know how many sacks he have. Carl, if you could look that up, I appreciate it. How many sacks did Austin Booker have?
Carl has left the building.
Okay, Carl's left. Okay. Shorty, if you could look that up, I appreciate it.
What?
How many sacks did Austin Booker got we only time we got in pressure for the most part is when we would have to blitz someone.
Yep.
That's why I say we need another defensive end.
4.5.
If for no other reason, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Sweat had 10.
He did have 10. Ironically, I wouldn't have guessed that if I would have said 7 if you asked me.
Yeah, and
I think Gervon had 7.
Yeah,
the quietest 7 ever.
Right, exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, so we're not getting. I mean, only time we was really getting consistent pressures when we bring in an extra guy. Unfortunately, that's why I say give me another defensive end who can rush the passer. That way, we got a good rotation of those 3. And then I'll still resign Don Robb. I think you can get him for a minimum contract. So again, so you have that. Now you give me that one technique.
Nothing from 4 Stars just said resign him for sure.
Yeah. You give me give me add on a high draft pick for because I'm thinking second round maybe for the defensive end, but for the defensive tackle first round because I want that one technique to be impactful. Then we need a safety, so that'd probably be my third round guy.
Does anyone remember official Chief
I think
Patero?
I bring back Don Robb and Joe Tryon Shrinka. That's all. He's actually our best defensive end run defender.
So we traded what for him to only lose him after a
5th or something, I think. A 5th or a 6th, maybe. I think so.
I think it was a 6th.
I'm sorry. I did not agree with that one, sir. Sorry.
He was.
Do you think that was like a desperate move? Yeah. Was it a desperation thing in your opinion?
Yeah, because I think Booker was hurt at the time, wasn't
he? Yep.
Wasn't Booker hurt?
Yes, he was.
Deo just got hurt, so we was needing a defensive end, but that's
we were not good, especially against the run, PJ, at that side of the ball, opposite of Sweat. If he wasn't on that side, we had a tough time at that time during the season. He was out. Booker was out for like 4 weeks.
No more than that.
He came in, actually, if you remember, the first game we actually talked about a little bit because not great under pressure, but he had great containment on the run. And I'm wondering what was up because I remember watching him with the Buccaneers his rookie season going, wow, they might have got something here with the last pick in the first round because I think he had 7 or 8 or 9 sacks his rookie year with Tampa Bay, and he was good against the run. So what happened was Tampa Bay ended up with more players. He got pushed down the board. Then he goes to Cleveland. Where are you going to play in Cleveland when Myles Garrett has taken up 90% of the snaps on his side? And then they had 2 guys for less money that actually put up better numbers. So, I mean, that's one of the guys I would look at bringing back, honestly, instead of going out and drafting a defensive end because I think there's too many other needs. If we get the defensive tackle position shored up where we got geez, I would really like to have who's the guy you were talking about? The 2 guys from the Rams would be great. Then I wouldn't care. Ford and Carl knows. I can't remember their names, but those guys are like in the top 3 to top 5 in their positions.
Yeah, that's a good point the chat brought up though. What to do about Dio?
Yeah, Dio at 100% is he's still average.
Dio plays his best when he plays 3 technique on passing downs.
Steve's saying Tryon is a
so that's like a similar to Demarcus Walker type of usage.
That's what they do with him. Yes.
Yeah.
He has not impressed me or the coaching staff for that matter. I believe with his play as defensive end. They like that on running downs, but when it comes to passing downs, they like moving him at the 3 technique. And I think he's due to make $20 million this year.
It's too much.
Yep,
it's too much.
Yes, no one's going to take that contract. I doubt, unless we sweeten it with something like something too much.
Again, I say, and I hate to beat a dead horse, but I got to say it anyway. Chase Young seemed like he would have been a lot more attractive than what Dale was.
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
Absolutely.
Jeez.
The narrative was his injury history, unfortunately, wasn't it? Wasn't that everyone said, "Oh, he's a gimp and he's whatever."
seeing as though he played with Dennis Allen,
Mhm.
even with that, I would have been like, yeah, at least Dennis Allen know the guy. And
Right.
the
See you,
fact
Chris
that
I don't think he
and the
played
fact
with
that
Dennis
he
Allen, did he?
Last year, right?
came,
Oh no, he didn't. Did he?
He was.
what'd you say?
He was. He didn't play with Allen. He was on the.
Yeah, he was in
Redskins.
San Fran last year, right?
He was on
Incorrect. He was in New Orleans last year.
Last year, really?
Yes.
26,
Ah,
but Allen
Yes.
wasn't there in 26. He wasn't there in 25.
24.
He wasn't
24,
there. He
24
was
and
on New Orleans
25.
in 24.
24 and 25, he was in New Orleans.
why did I think San Fran?
He was
too.
in San Fran, I think, what, half of 23?
Maybe when they
Oh.
traded, like when we got Sweat, was it the same
Yeah.
year?
Yes. So what I'm saying
Hmm.
is, so you bring him in, and the fact that he actually came to our playoff game to support Sweat
That was very
shows how-
nice.
shows how close they are. That's what I'm saying. Having them as bookends to go along with Booker, as well as the three-man rotation there, I think that would have been awesome. But for whatever reason, they wanted to go with
I couldn't agree with you
Dale.
more.
Huh?
Is he on a longer term deal right now? Did he sign for years
3 years.
with New
Got a
Orleans?
3-year with New Orleans.
Mm.
He owned
And
the
we signed a
first year,
3-year
24.
deal with Dale, right?
Yeah, it's a 3, but we got it. He's stuck here till next year because we're never going to get rid of that contract, dude.
Yeah.
Man,
That
Wait,
third year,
unless he really focuses and does some fundamental reinvention of his game almost, or changes his physique in some way.
I want to address this chat from Levante. Ian gets a GM job. The Bears get 2 third-round picks, each one of them in the next 2 years, and use one of those thirds you get this year to get Deion Dawkins, the left tackle from, I forget where he said. Bills might want to go young at the position, but listen, if we lose, which is it's looking like we lose Ian Cunningham to the Falcons, he's not going to become the head man. He's going to be the second to the former quarterback that played for him,
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, yes,
Matt Ryan's the president.
right. But he will be second to him, so he will make the calls, not the general manager. And
That's not true.
that's
Because
what Greg Gabriel said.
no, because whatchamacallit, the owner came out and made a statement. Arthur Blanks.
Yeah.
He said the GM's job title would not change, or his job duties would not change.
He did. That's true.
So,
But does that mean that they're not going to change compared to because they're going to remain the same?
yeah, because they've not had a president before. The GM made personnel decisions, so he's still going to be able to make personnel decisions. So if Ian gets the job, he's still doing personnel decisions, which should not stop him or stop the Bears from getting a 2 third-round draft picks because of it.
Okay,
Mm.
hope you're right. Hope you're
Wow.
right.
And those would be around pick 100.
But to Levante's point, though, if you're talking about trading for Deion Dawkins, we won't have the money for that, bro. Talking about
No, he was
using
talking about drafting.
No.
Oh, trading for Deion Dawkins.
yeah, so
Yeah.
we won't have the money for that.
Use
Yeah.
one of those thirds you got this year to get Deion Dawkins, and it's like people
we
keep.
wouldn't have
I
the
saw
money for
somebody earlier going Max Crosby. I'm like, we can't afford Max Crosby unless you get rid of Sweat or Johnson or
You
somebody.
you have to get rid of somebody and a first-round draft pick. You got to give rid of a good player, and you have to sit up there and give up a first-round draft pick, and you have to pay this guy.
Listen, we got plenty of time to talk about that. We got nothing but off season now, right now, guys. We got lots of speculation with who we're going to keep, who we're going to sign, who we're going to trade, who we're going to draft, all that stuff. Let's get out of here. It's going on 1:45. I think we all are ready to
Only
go.
10 to 10, man.
I know I am. Hey, you guys can keep going at me then.
No.
No, you are the show, man.
No, you are the show. I'm not the show.
No, you're the show, brother.
No, no.
We don't exist here without you. You know it. We know it. And so what you say
Chat knows
goes.
it.
What I say is you guys can keep going without me.
The chat knows.
Oh man, you guys are.
I do believe answering really relentless, Mikey. Yes, I believe Ryan Pace is still there in Atlanta.
Yes, he
front
is.
office job.
He is still in Atlanta.
But he's not a. He's just working for him.
Not a
He's not
general manager. He's an assistant
to the assistant
president of operations or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
One last question.
Okay.
I've been wanting to ask Shorty this all night because Nagy did not get the Titans job. Where do you think he's going to end up? He cannot go back to Kansas City now unless he take a lesser role because Eric just took his job.
I'll be honest. On Monday, I didn't even know that he was leaving to go look for a head coaching job. So I did not know that. I don't even really know who Miami. No. I'm trying to think of the teams who are looking for head coaches right now.
He interviewed with the Eagles, or he's going to.
As a coordinator,
offensive coordinator. Yeah, maybe that.
Okay,
that would be his best bet. You know,
I agree. Wait a minute. Can him and Vic Fangio coexist?
Wait. Is that why Vic left? Oh, he got a head coach.
Right.
Coaching position.
Here's my prediction, Peach. He becomes the head coach of, I don't know, is Arena Football still around? Because that's where he's headed.
Oh, man.
I don't know. What are the opening head coaching jobs?
College.
Isn't it Cardinals, Cleveland, Las Vegas,
Browns, Baltimore,
Pittsburgh,
any of those teams going to hire him?
Atlanta, Titans job gotten taken. So
who by who?
Because Nagy was a finals. The other guy got it.
Salah,
yes, Salah got
it.
Bills, Buffalo.
Bills.
It'll be crazy if Dable gets hired as a head coach there. I don't think they'll do it, but that would be crazy if he goes back there as a head coach. Wow.
I would say if I had to answer the question like what teams I would go to if I were him, I'd go to the Bills or the Eagles as an offensive coordinator. Then work yourself from offensive coordinator to head coach because you're right back in the same situation as the Bears head coach where you didn't call plays and what did you do?
But the Bills they fired their head coach.
Right. So, but maybe Nagy with Josh Allen, maybe that could be.
It depends on who the head coach is, right?
Right. Nagy.
No, he's saying the Bills the Bills would be the best job for Nagy.
Head coach.
What I was saying is, what if Brian
wouldn't coordinator?
Don't you think the Bills would rather have Dable, considering they likely feel he unlocked Josh Allen?
That's what I thought.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
That's right. Stefanski got the Atlanta job. My bad. Okay.
What did you guys think about that, Stefanski? Do you think he was just
a guy? So let me just say this: you fire a guy with an 8-9 record to hire a guy with a 2-what record? I mean, come on, man. that made no sense.
The guy did well with what he had, man. You went out and made him the highest paid quarterback with guaranteed money. The fucking Asian massage parlor guy, like, he's played 4 games for you since. Like, that's not his fucking fault.
That was
so
crazy. You fire a guy because he went 8-9 to turn around and hire a guy who went 3-14 or something like that.
Yeah.
Sure, you got to do one other thing though, man.
Deshaun Watson is the gift that keeps on repaying, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I got to do what, Foster?
Poles got this shit.
I don't have all of them done like Carl.
But there's one done. But there's only one tonight.
Oh, there's a shitloads of polls. Where are they all? The last one was what did the Bears do? What Bears free agency do you want to re-sign the most? Kevin Byard was at 76%, DeMarco Jackson at 14%, Jaquan Brisker at 10%, and Nashawn Wright at 0%. Wow. Where are all the rest of them? I don't know how to find all of them. I have to keep scrolling, but Carl ditched us because I think because I muted him when he was talking over you. Wait, did Shri just ditch us too?
He's gonna be right back.
Okay. I can only go so far in
Carl was here. He had to leave like 15 minutes ago. So instead of 10 o'clock, he left 15 minutes early.
I don't have all the. Let's see.
I didn't know.
I don't have the ability to pull up all of the polls. He's like he usually puts them all in an Excel sheet while he's going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was some good ones. Yeah, there was some good ones in there, man. Where's Shri as we're trying to end this stuff?
Yeah, well, he has. You said he had to go for a minute now, so it's okay if we leave with. I mean, without him, it's okay.
One of the polls was does chat even want Carl on tonight's show? 71% yes said yes, 9% said no. Will Caleb Williams win MVP in 2026? 67% said yes, and 33% said no. Oh.
I don't know how to add myself. Okay, thank you.
How many more? I can see him, and we got. Should the Bears trade Jalen Johnson? 70% said no, 30% said yes. That's as far as I can go with all the polls.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Let's get to our chat, man, because you guys are fucking amazing. Dustin from Sports, Four Star Sports Chicago. Thanks for joining us tonight. Please go check out their channel. They're awesome.
Patty Lara, it's good to see you.
Oh, Patty.
But wait, Shorty, Dustin said, "Hey, Shorty, you're a very capable pole puller."
Pole puller.
TJ, I'm waiting on you to say something.
That's what she
said.
Pause. 4 stars. Relentless Mikey, one of our members. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being a member. It's so appreciated. Patty, it's great to see you, my dear. And
James Ford, Tony Moy,
as well as your husband Armando Lara Jr.
Alex is my name.
Alex. James Ford,
Captain America,
Steve Rogers, Captain America. We got Tony Moy hopping in here with us tonight.
Armando Lara,
official Chief Latero, Levante Rogers.
Right. Relentless Mikey,
another one of our members. Thank you, Relentless, for being a member. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I just uploaded the content for you guys. It's all PJ. It's good stuff. Chris Foster hanging out with us. Chris Foster is very positive, by the way. I like hearing that. Official Chief Latero, which is formerly known as Levante
Walls. Oh, I'm sorry.
Levante.
Yeah, I think I just said that though, Shri. I just said that.
Minister Charles Johnson was in here tonight.
Yes, he did pop in.
He was here.
Foster, you said you just said that. What were you saying?
It doesn't matter. I'm laughing at Shorty. There was like a 10-second time delay, and he repeated exactly what I just said. So I laughed.
Oh.
KO Sports Talk, is that somebody you guys know?
KO Sports Talk, thank you for joining us tonight, man.
Absolutely. I was going to ask him. I don't know because I'm pretty sure he's got a YouTube channel, man. I've been on it, like watching it.
It sounds like KO Sports Talk, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the picture going, yeah, I was watching him. He talks Bears, man. He's a Bears guy.
Baseball Player Zero.
Baseball Player Zero, thank you for joining us. And what's this one? Albert Francis Simmons, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
Can't do Max Crosby.
Vitality, Carl, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Wish you would have stayed to the end.
John 3316.
John 3316 Othello Boulevard. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Man, that's a heck of a name there.
Rick Gonzalez. Oh, yeah. I totally missed him, man. Fuck Green Bay and let Caleb be Caleb, my man.
Oh, that's what that stands for. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad you told me. That show number was
LCBC. Yeah, I coined that in Sean Sierra's show. LCBC. Let Caleb be Caleb.
AC Adam was here. Mr. Mayhem was here.
Mr. Adam. Mr. Mayhem. No Cliff Victoria tonight. Randy Bobenberger.
Did you say no Cliff Victoria? Is that what you said?
No, I didn't see him tonight.
Yeah, he was one of our first guys, man.
He was here. He was here early.
Well,
Yeah, he was here.
man, love you, bro.
You even acknowledge him as being our longtime member.
Yeah.
You're right. I did. It's
Othello Boulevard.
it doesn't work anymore.
Cool.
Othello Boulevard. Randy Bobberger said that like he loves BCP, and Relentless Mikey said the same thing, and we love you guys too. Like Mikey, you've been here since,
Randy,
Mr. Mayhem, you've been here since day one, my man.
Randy, Bob, Andy, Berger.
Chad Spieger, man, thank you for joining us tonight. He wanted us to talk about DJ Moore, but I didn't want to get into that yet. We'll save that. Oh, that's what Randy Bob and Berger said. BCP helps me cope.
Yeah,
you, man. Atmos.
I'm a fan of DJ, so I want him to stay. Yeah.
Yes, we PJ and I would be ranting if we talked about DJ Moore. I think.
Yeah,
probably. Let's not forget we've
get enough targets.
Yeah, I'll have some egg rolls, some ping ping dong,
and David Ekval. All right.
David Ekval.
Yeah.
Great to see you tonight, my man. We have another one, a newbie, Sirzulja 31.
Sir Soldier.
Sir Soldier.
Yes.
Black Diamond hanging out with us tonight. Jack Mehoff. I love that name. It's, by the way.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Paulie just popped in the chat.
PJ, I thought we got past the pole puller thing.
Right.
So is this
he got to bring it back up, you know.
Is this pronounced Taj Owani? Sri? Taj Owani?
Let's go with that.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm
trying to get up to
Eddie Harrington Hellfire.
Oh, there he is, Cliff, right here.
That's a heck of a name.
What an asshole I am. Love you, Cliff. Bears 1985 hanging out with us tonight. Minister Charles Johnson. We already said AC.
Adam.
You got David Cabal.
King Buka World. David Ekval.
Ekval. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
King Buka World. Man, King Buka World, so awesome.
Oh, by the way, Foster, your Chardonnay will unfortunately be in the infirmary for the next while.
I don't know. I brought him up from I do fantasy, so I was watching the guy, and I'm like, the beginning of the season, because I was upset, like with Swift, I'm like, he wouldn't have been a bad guy to have on the Bears. But,
yes.
Whatever.
See.
He had a good year.
Absolutely.
Grizz. Romy.
Tony Moy. We could trade Bajan for Crosby.
Fuck you, Tony. That's a dig at me. Right there, right back at you, buddy.
You tell him, Tony. You tell him. Mikey's down there laughing at it too, man. We're all laughing at you.
That was to replace Justin Fields, guys, not Caleb Williams. Sorry, Peach.
We could trade Bajan for Crosby and a first-round draft pick.
If you go on by what Shorty thinks, you can.
Oh my goodness, you guys are awesome, man. I think we've got all of you.
Thanks, I was just gonna say, hit that like button out there if you can. Help us.
Bayless Jones is winning the Super Bowl this year, man. What y'all talking about there, Mr. Mayhem?
Let's not even get into that. Eddie Harrington.
I wouldn't say he's winning the Super Bowl. I would say he's on a team that has good potential of winning the Super Bowl.
You've got
Has he touched the ball yet in Seattle? Has he actually touched the ball in a game in Seattle?
Only.
I don't think they've let him.
Only to stuff him up because he's really their ball boy too.
They handed him the ball and he pitched it to the receiver and then ran an in around.
Oh.
You've got a fan, Shri. Eddie Harrington Hellfire says Shriram is a good guy.
It's very sweet. Oh, by the way, Alex and Steve Rogers. The only reason I have this Donald Trump comb over is because I've been too lazy to get a haircut in like 6 months. My hair is normally in a mohawk, so sooner than later. I'm dead serious, man. I'm dead serious.
Bring
the mohawk, man. Bring the mohawk.
Done. Absolutely.
I apologize. I was gonna. You wanted me to shave all that raccoon and different things, and I was too sad after that loss. I just got rid of it, and I apologize.
Well, Foster, you're definitely getting there. There will come a day where I see both of your handsome, clean-shaven faces, and you can start again next August, September too.
Yeah, that's about the only time you'll ever see that. I don't clean shave.
I usually got a horseshoe, man.
I'm not a clean shaven man.
Oh, that's right, Foster. Yeah, you're right. Foster, I accused you of being a Rick Rude fan.
Patty's saying she likes Bearski's icon, which is pretty awesome. If you knew the story, Patty, I'll tell him.
Because Bearsky is an icon.
Bearsky is like David Kaplan talks about Bearsky all the time on The Score, I guess, according to my buddy, and he like followed him on Facebook and his YouTube channel. For anyone that doesn't know Bearsky Film, go check him out, man. He is a good friend of the channel. Most of the clips that you see, we play in the opener and the closer with all the game footage that comes courtesy of him and willingly. I didn't steal it. He gave it to me, and we really appreciate his friendship. Pony Moy saying, "Sure, you can go back to hiding in Aldo's bushes. You won't be sad anymore."
Yeah, they trimmed them down, man. There's not enough place for them to hide anymore. After the incident, they made the bushes lower.
I actually meant to trim this more, but then my razor died because the only one that trims like a beard like that is like an old one, so I have to keep it plugged in all the time, and it works for like 2 minutes.
Time to knock off the bullshit.
Then I forgot to trim the rest, so I kind of got a little mini raccoon going on still. It's the remnants of my Super Bowl beard. I haven't officially said RIP to it yet. Oh man, so you guys are all awesome. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. You're the reason why we do this, and you guys are so awesome. And thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight, man. I know it's been a great, an amazing season. I know we're all excited for the future. I know that we all feel like we could have done things different in this game, but the ultimate goal is that we got better. And I don't think really any of us expected us to have such a special season. Maybe some of us expected us to make the playoffs. Maybe some of us did not expect us to. And then the end result ended up in a magical season that could have been much more, but I think it's just the building blocks for next year. And I think we could just easily come out of this next season like winning our first 5 games and, only lose 3, because I think we're there. We've got what it takes. The head coach makes a difference in who we draft, and so does the defensive coordinator in this case. And I think we're good for however we go in free agency in the draft, and there will be lots more to talk about every freaking Thursday as we get into next season. So thank you guys all for being here with us for an amazing season. It's one of our best as far as subscribers and views and everything else. And I want to thank every single one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And especially to all of our members. You guys are amazing. We will see you guys next Thursday. As we do.
Like it or not.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, we'll be here
again. Thursday.
Good, better, best.
Never let it rest.
Till your good, better.
And your better gets best. Bears on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Bears.
We BCP. We BCP.